Eliza Maud Elsie Inglis was a Scottish medical doctor, surgeon, teacher, suffragette, and the founder of the Scottish Women's Hospitals. Eliza's dissatisfaction with the standard of medical care available to women led her to a political activism through the suffrage movement. She was the secretary of the Edinburgh National Society for Women's Suffrage in the 1890s, supported by her father, and while she was working towards her medical degree. Although she had already turned age 50 at the start of the World War I, it was during the war that she made her mark. Despite government resistance, Inglis established the Scottish Women's Hospital for Foreign Service Committee, an organisation funded by the women's suffrage movement to provide all-female staffed relief hospitals for the Allied war efforts, including doctors and technical staff, and others including nurses and transport staff and others as volunteers. The organisation was active in sending eventually 14 teams to Belgium, France, Serbia and Russia. When Inglis approached the Royal Army Medical Corps to offer them ready-made medical units staffed by qualified women, the War Office told her, "My good lady, go home and sit still." It was instead the French government that took up her offer and established a unit in France, and then she led her own unit in Serbia. Due to her hard work and effort, she was the first woman to be given the Serbian Order of the White Eagle. She is also the first woman to be recognised with a statue on Edinburgh's famous Royal Mile. After the war, on her way back to Scotland, Inglis unfortunately died of bowel cancer on the 26th of November 1917. Eliza was one of the first women in Scotland who had finished high education and was a pioneer of medicine. She fought energetically against prejudice for social and political emancipation of women in Britain. She was also a tireless volunteer, courageous organiser of the Scottish Women's Hospitals, and a dedicated humanitarian. Unfortunately, Eliza didn't live long enough to see the triumph of her ideas, but she had a tremendous influence on social trends in our country. In Scotland, she became a doctor, and in Serbia, she became a saint. Happy International Women's Day, everyone. Alba go bra.